There was an old rusty bicycle in the corner of the attic. It hadn't been ridden for many years, not since the little girl whose it was had grown up and moved away. But the bike was special, could spread its wings and fly at night, taking its little rider on a tour of the kingdom of clouds. The spokes of its wheels were silver and shone like stars. The bell on its handlebars tinkled like wind chimes. And the leather seat, well, that was as soft as a cloud. All you had to do to make the bike fly was turn the crank until you heard a pop, 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 pop. And then with a push of the pedals, you were off, soaring through the night sky. One night the attic window was left open by an accident, and the wind, it must have heard the bike's pop, 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 pop. For as the moon climbed higher in the sky, a tiny figure appeared on the bike. It was a little boy, the little brother of the girl who had the bike before him. He popped the crank, popped, 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 and pushed off, floating out of the window and into the night. He pedaled slowly at first, taking in the cool night air and the sweet smell of honeysuckle. Then, gaining confidence, he began to speed, whooping with delight as he went faster and faster. Soon he was out of the garden and over the rooftops of the town, the houses looking like scattered jewels beneath him. He rode past the wishing fountain in the park, where 100 wishes floated on the water, each one tied to a dandelion seed. He flew over the river, where the water sparkled like liquid silver under the moonlight. And finally he reached the edge of the kingdom. Here the clouds grew thick and dark, hiding the moon and stars, and the little boy, he began to feel afraid. He turned back, pedaling furiously, and soon the familiar landmarks of the town rushed past him: the wishing fountain, the river, the rooftops, the garden wall. And then he was back in the attic, the window open behind him, the bike wobbly beneath him. He slipped from the saddle to the floor with a soft thud, the bike toppling over beside him. And as the first rays of sunlight touched his face, he knew it had all been a dream. But oh, what a wonderful dream it had been, and he hoped with all his might that it wasn't just a dream. Maybe, just maybe, if he looked out the window at night, he'd see the bike waiting for him, ready to take him on a magical flight above the clouds.